Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear viewers. I am Dr. Muhammad Usman, Professor of Physiology, and in this video we will discuss various types of muscle contractions. So there are two major types of muscle contraction, that is isotonic and isometric. Iso means same, tonic means tension. So isotonic contraction means a contraction in which the muscle tension remains the same but muscle length changes. So as you can see here, this is isotonic contraction. So a weight is applied to this muscle and then the muscle contracts. So what has happened? The muscle length is decreased as a result of contraction, but the tension due to this weight, which is the same. So we can say that it is a contraction in which muscle length changes but muscle tension remains the same. It is the most common type of contraction which we observe in common everyday life. Examples of isotonic exercises are running, swimming, walking, cycling, etc. Now let us see the second type of muscle contraction, which is called isometric contraction. So as the name indicates, this is the type of contraction in which the muscle length, metric means length, muscle length remains the same but muscle tension changes. Suppose this bodybuilder or weightlifter, he is lifting some weight, about 50 kilograms of weight, and if we increase 50 kilogram more, then now he is lifting 100 kilograms of weight. So it's the tension of in his muscles, it is increased than before. But what about muscle length from the floor till here? So you can clearly see that muscle length remains the same but muscle tension has increased. Suppose we increase some further weight. So now he is lifting about 150 kilograms of weight. So tension in his muscles here and here and here, it has increased further, but muscle length has remained the same as it was before. So isometric contraction is a type of contraction in which muscle length is constant, it remains the same, but muscle tension changes. Examples of isometric exercises are bodybuilding and weightlifting. Now here a question might come to your mind that when we studied muscle contraction mechanisms, then we saw that whenever the muscle contracts, the length of sarcomere and as a result the length of whole muscle, it does decrease, the muscle shortens. Okay. So then how the isometric contraction takes place, in which the muscle length does not change? So the answer to this question is that a muscle has got both the contractile component and elastic component. The contractile component is sarcomere, which is shown here in the form of this gear and ratchet, and the elastic component is shown in the form of spring. So whenever there is isometric contraction, as you can see in this figure, the elastic component is stretched. Okay. So this is the muscle at resting conditions. Okay. You can see that this is the state of elastic component at both ends of the sarcomere, and this is the state of sarcomeres. And when the isometric contraction takes place, what has happened? The sarcomeres, they have decreased in size, they have shortened. So compare this with this, there is overlapping of actin and myosin filaments and the length of sarcomeres is decreased. The sarcomeres, they do have shortened, but the total length of muscle is not changed, and it is because the elastic component has stretched. So compare this with this and compare this with this. So due to the stretching of the elastic component, the total muscle length has remained the same. And now let's see that what happens in the isotonic contraction. In the isotonic contraction, the elastic component, it stretches just like that in the isometric contraction, but here the sarcomeres, they shorten much more than in the isometric contraction. So that is why the total muscle length is changed and it is decreased. Hope you would have understood the mechanisms of isometric and isotonic contraction. Now I have a bonus question for you, that which type of muscle contraction you are seeing in this figure. Please do answer in the comment box, and happy learning to all of you. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed and Allah Hafiz.